Hey, what's up? I'm currently downloading the update for Suicide Squad. I wasn't planning to, but I'm a little excited. I forgot. I went after I did my video about that update yesterday. I went and finished that article. I went and actually read the whole thing. I was planning to. I just hadn't done it yet. And Deathstroke actually sounds even cooler than I already thought. I was like, so he's going to be a melee focused character, the only melee focused character in the game at all. And I was like, oh my gosh, I look forward to trying that, man. I look forward to that. It sounds cool. Anyways, the other thing, damn, I had two things and I forget the second one. So I'm just going to move on to the one that I was going to. The main reason I wanted to record this. The game called Keeper's Toll, which is part of like the Vampire Survivors genre thing. Give me 1 sec, sorry. Stupid thing. Okay. Keeper's Toll is a game that was brought to my attention through a PR email. I was wondering, I was like, how did, because they just sent me a code basically. And I was like, what is happening? It's been a long time since I've seen anything like, I haven't requested them either in a long time, but it was interesting. I was like, okay. And then but I wasn't going to accept it right away. I just got an email and I forget exactly what it says. I still have it. But they offered just giving me a key for this game. And I was like, okay. But I was like, before I accept this, and this was in my own head, before I accept it, I'm going to go look, see what this is. Do I actually want to play this? I watched the trailer and like I think we were like 30 seconds in, and I was like, yeah. This is I'm gonna and I installed it right away. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm in. But this was like a month or two ago. I could go look real quick because I made a video about Karate Survivor. Damn it, I think that's what it's called, Karate Survivor. Let me see. Yeah, Karate Survivor. My best and only guess is that they saw that video and thought maybe I could also share their game as well, because it's the only thing that was related to anything like it. Anyways, so I did take a bunch of notes, and what I wanted to do was, because I had received a key from for whatever reason, PR, I wanted to do like a full real review, but my mood has changed now, and I'm not currently in the middle of my Vampire Survivor like thing. I don't even know, like, there's got to be a name for the genre other than Survivor, right? Because there's so many different Survivor like games. I mean, you call what Resident Evil got like Survivor, in the genre kind of a thing. So action roguelikes, we could call it a Survivor roguelike, right? Because most of them are like this, right? So far from what I've seen, most like roguelikes that are in the Vampire Survivor thing are they are roguelikes, right? Roguelite, whatever. Anyways, the fun auto attack games. I've seen the mobile ones are way worse. Like, these are actually fun to play. Like, man, you seen those like even Final Fantasy has like that auto play itself game. It's literally just runs itself around, fights everything. Like, you just push a button and it just plays itself. This is not like that. So oh my god. Anyways, it was funny. I just thought of that. I was like, oh yeah. Those are terrible, man. Those are terrible. But I do like these auto attack like Survivor game things. So I got this game called Keeper's Toll, and I haven't played it since November 10th. Oh my, it's been a month. Damn, for real? Jeez. Thought I played it like a week. Well, yeah. Time flies, man. Yeah, I played it. The last time I played it was November, a month ago. But I did have some notes that I had taken while I was playing the game. That's right. Because my plan was to wait until I actually like really like kind of maxed out each of the classes more and had more levels beaten. I can't remember if I have 1 or 2 levels beaten on it. I might have 2 levels completed on it. It's one of those games where like you could spend 1 or 2 hours on the very first level depending on RNG, and depending on the game too. Like, some of them are easier than others and stuff. But anyways. I have 6 hours played on it, but I haven't played for a month. I can't. It's probably been that way for every game in that genre. Although I was looking at Karate Survivor, they added an endless mode recently, and I was like, oh yeah, still want to play more of that. It's a fun game. I'm trying to think of where I want to bring it up on the screen. So one sec here, trying to find this thing. Okay, okay, yeah. I'll just put this on here for now, you know. And I'm gonna read my notes as far as because I don't know when I'll actually get around to being able to give this like a full blown review, and I kind of don't expect to. Just because I'm that's not even a mentality for me anymore. Like I don't want to review games. I actually prefer kind of doing these like little impressions things or whatever, because you know what I do has never really been like a review. Like I don't critique every little thing, you know. My gosh. Oh, dude, my reviews would be like 10 hours long. They'd be like books, you know, like why would you anyways? What? So I generalize a lot and just basically put simply what I like and don't like. You know, I don't have to go into like full blown details. I could, but in that case, I think that's like better for like a bug report. You know, or like sending like the devs that feedback and be like, here's a bunch of details of why your game and how it sucks and what you need to fix. But that's I don't know. They don't. Support doesn't do that. Like regular support, you would actually like it'd be better to join a developer Discord. But then I found out that a lot of those so-called developer Discords aren't developer Discords. They're not scams. They're just actually just run by some like a community like PR thing, right? Like it's not actually like whatever. So it depends. There's a lot of like ones like that. There are Discords with actual dev teams, but I just never know, I guess. Anyways. Like what was it the last one I was in that I found that out? It was a big game too. I was like, wait, what do you what? The moderator told me, like one of the admins told me that, and I was like, what? I really wish I remember the game right now. It was a big one. I left it. I was like, okay, so this is just a fake Discord basically. As far as like trying to interact with anybody that worked on the game, you know, might as well be a fan Discord. But it's an official one. Like it's even in their game, like on the title screen, and I think it's an Ubisoft game. I'm trying to. Anyways, oh yeah, Keeper's Tool. I have notes. That's so funny. High again. I'm high again. All right. Look, man, I needed to break from some mental stuff. Okay. All right. It's also why I play video games. But anyways, Keeper's Toll. I don't think I'll ever end up doing like a full-blown review thing. So blah. I have notes on it. Let's talk about this game. Like I said, I spent 6 hours playing it. I did like it. I was really impressed. I was like I said, I like before I accepted the key, because I would have responded to them and I'd be like, you know what? I'm just not interested, but thank you very much. But I watched the trailer and I was like, oh yeah, let's play. All right, cool retro music, cool retro style. Like some people love it, some people don't. I'm a mix. Like I like all types. You know, I have a preference for like high grade graphics, but not realistic. I prefer fantasy. It doesn't have to be cartoony, but fantasy. I don't want to sit here and think about examples. I could. I just don't want to. So I prefer like really high-end graphics. I like deep art, deep shadows, lighting. Cyberpunk 2077, for example, is not even one of my favorite games or anything, but it is gorgeous. And it's also a little more on the realistic side. Like not my preference. Watch Dogs. I would say Watch Dogs. Not even Legion. Legion is gorgeous. Oh my, that game is freaking gorgeous. But the first game's still beautiful. You know, especially on PC. Full ultra PC, it's nice looking, man. Anyways, oh yeah, let's see. Oh, excellent music. That's right. The music in Keeper's Tool is so good. Really, really, really good. I was immediately impressed. I was like, yeah. And it's been a while. It's been a month. I don't even remember everything. I remember that. Like, I was like, I like the music a lot, so I kind of want to just go play it again, just play the music. Reminds me, Brotato has excellent music. Man, that's good stuff. A lot of classes, like different classes to choose from, and a lot of these survivor types, the auto attack survivors, they don't have classes. Most of them have one character that you play as. There's a lot with classes too, but I get 50-50, right? So there's just a lot. A lot of them don't have classes. They have one character you play as, and then a lot of them have like classes. So this is one of those ones with classes, and I thought it was pretty cool. I did like the different classes. And one thing that's different about this game is even when there are auto attack genre, survivors in the genre thing, even when they have classes, they all are usually shared perks, right? They all still get the same perks and whatever. They have different abilities, but the perks that you buy, the permanent perks that you unlock, are the same for all of them. So this game, I need some water. This game actually has each of the different classes has their own XP and their own talent tree, besides the general permanent unlocks that work for all the characters. So you have both. So that one's pretty cool. I like that a lot. That was pretty neat. So the different classes, I forgot I wrote them down. All right, cool. Shadow Monk, which was my favorite. Pyromancer, Blood Maiden, Necromancer, Ranger, and Bogatyr. I forgot about that. It makes me laugh every time I see it, because I'm like, I read these classes, I'm like, all right, familiar. What in the hell is this word that I'm reading? Shadow Monk, Pyromancer, Blood Maiden, Necromancer, Ranger, Bogatyr. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. It sounds right when I'm looking at it, but I don't know. And it sounds like it, when I read it, it looks like a Dungeons and Dragons book thing, but it's just so funny to me. It's the only one that's like different than all the rest. It's the sword shield, it's the tank, the warrior, so instead of being called a warrior, or a knight, he's a Bogatyr. I like the way it's spelled too. It's great. I just thought that was funny, man. So that was one of the things about this, is like I did play each of the classes, but I played Shadow Monk, Pyromancer, and Blood Maiden. And the Necromancer. Well, I played Shadow Monk, Pyromancer, and Blood Maiden the most. The Necromancer a little bit less that, and then the Ranger I don't even think at all. I think I gave him a try for like a minute or two, but I was like not in the mood to play anymore, so I just threw it on and I was like, didn't really like the Ranger. And then the Bogatyr I also played, and it was funny because like he actually felt OP. And I think I had read on the forums too, like somebody said something like that somewhere on some thread talking about how powerful it was or whatever. And I tend to avoid classes like that are noticeably more powerful than others, because they're usually the ones that eventually get nerfed. It depends on the game. Sometimes it could be a while before they get a nerf or rebalanced, But also, I'm not too worried about that. Like, I don't mind when they feel powerful. That's fun. Like, and just like in that genre, like no matter how powerful he seems to start as, like he can get screwed too based on RNG. The same thing, like if you're not getting the upgrades you want or need, like you're just screwed. Eventually, man, those runs suck, dude. When it's just like never ending, not what I want, not what this sucks. It's like, wait, not a single upgrade. What the hell's going on, man? You will get wrecked. Anyways. So the monk has a random combo similar to it reminds me of that, what's his name? The dude in Final Fantasy 3. When I wrote this, it took me a few minutes to remember his name, and then I remembered it, and it's the same thing now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forget his name, but it's been so long. Anyways, the dude in Final Fantasy 3 where you use the Street Fighter inputs to do special attacks with him, like the blitzes. The blitzes, yeah. Those were cool. So in this game, it's not quite the same. There's only one special move so far from what I've seen after playing him for like at least an hour, probably 2 out of the 6 that I played the game. Probably, I'm just guessing, because he was one of the ones I played the most. So yeah, there's like while I was playing him, he had one special attack, and you would do the little key press, and then he'd teleport and do like a little move. So I just thought that was cool. That was a fun little thing that I haven't seen in other games like similar to the genre. Let's see, health potion charges. Oh yeah, there's health potion charges with a vendor where you can pay to recharge. I thought that was cool. It's a little like Souls-like-ish, right? Everything's a Souls-like now, right? It's so funny, the games people will compare Souls-like. I saw people are describing Path of Exile 2 like a Souls-like, and I'm like, dude, I mean, it could be true though. Like, it actually could be true. Like Achilles was trying to be like that. Achilles, right? Like Achilles Legends Untold or something. I don't have it installed. I have on Steam. I always just basically only show what I have installed, because I have like at least 100 games installed, and I have like a jillion in my uninstalled list. So, anyways, Achilles Legends Untold, yeah. Was it? Oh yeah, because that was like a Diablo. Oh whoops, shoot, I forgot it does that. It. Oh, I totally forgot to even change the page. That's funny. My bad. But yeah, Achilles was kind of like a Diablo style Souls-like ish thing, right? Just the way the challenges were, the way you like fought bosses and stuff. Anyways, yeah, that was that kind of game. Like more games are being like that. Even the one oh, what's it called? Really popular by the devs of Ori and the Blind Forest. I forget the name of the game. I forget. I wasn't interested as soon as I saw them comparing it to Souls. I was like, what? Why? Why do you go from Ori and the Blind Forest to Souls-like? What the hell, man? Just smack, 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 smack. Anyways, but it's gorgeous though, that's for sure. So eventually, I want to try it, but I'm not interested in the Souls mechanics. It's like I like Star Wars Jedi Survivor kind of. I don't like the Souls-like aspect, and it's not because it makes it harder. Like they have difficulties, which is cool, you know, settings and whatever. But I just don't like that actual mechanic. Why is every game doing that? Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, it reminds me like a little bit of how like Final Fantasy like 3, well, back then was 6, or wait, is now 6? It's now 6. It was 3. Anyways, I'm not doing that again. I've done it too many times. If you know what I mean, Final Fantasy 3 before it became 6. The randomized battles in those games, and not just that game, but like a lot of RPGs back then had randomized battles. Lunar, the original Lunar had randomized battles as you walk through the world. Random battles, not see the enemy on the map and then run into it. Those are the worst. I hate that. I hate seeing them on the map, especially because they don't respawn. You can't grind them. Like, that was the best thing about the randomized battles, was that you could grind in a certain area. You didn't have to go against harder enemies like constantly, you know, the whole time. You could grind. You could just level up and just chill, you know. But anyways, why was I saying that? I don't even remember. So let me get back to my notes here. Oh, the Souls stuff. That's right. The Souls stuff triggered me into that. That is so funny, dude. Souls-like, my gosh, dude. People will compare, like, well, I'm going to say Final Fantasy, but like there is the Souls-like Final Fantasy now too, Strangers in Paradise, right? Anyways, it's funny. So I'll give you a quick comparison before I continue. I prefer an action combat game like, or action RPG like Kingdoms of Amalur or even Skyrim. But Kingdoms of Amalur is my preference. Like, I like third person. You can do that in Skyrim too. But what else? Oh crap! There's so many. There's even Bayonetta, or the older God of Wars. You know, the older ones, the top down like kind of thing. You know, stuff like that. Like, I prefer that kind of action RPG over the Souls-like stuff, right? So I don't hate the Souls-like stuff. I just prefer the other one. Man, they got to put Bayonetta on other platforms. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. That game got screwed by being a Switch only, man. It got screwed. Oh, this is a shirt I bought from a Twitch streamer years ago. Ragtime Mouse. I think she hates me now. It's fine. Everybody hates me now. It's all good. Like, I'm, you know, whatever, man. I'm just kidding, kinda. Anyways, no, it's she drew that. Pretty cool. So yeah, man, it's, well, yeah. There's Devil May Cry. I was thinking of like other games like Bayonetta. Like, what else? There, God of War, Bayonetta. I gotta play Ragnarok someday. Okay, back to notes. I only have a couple more. Jeez, man, what a mess. I don't care. I'm just having fun, just sitting here chilling, chatting, whatever, man. It's not because I don't care about the game or any, like, I like Keeper's Tool. If you can tell by my notes, it's very cool in the genre. I dig it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, the random traps to wiggle out of. Those were great. And I didn't realize for a while I was taking damage from stuff I couldn't tell was doing damage, because I didn't realize the actual environment was changing. And I was like, oh, because I was in the same level. It's why I was in the same level. I was familiar with the map, kind of. It is pretty big too. Like, each level, they have big maps, really big maps. I was like, it depends on the game you play. Some of them have like really just tiny ass maps. And then there's Potato that just has a room, right? You know, so anyways, but no, so far from what I'd played, the maps were pretty big. So it took me a while to realize, like, I kept taking damage, but enemies weren't near me, and it took a while. Also, seeing, I started noticing it was happening around the stronger enemies. I was like, but they're not, nothing's near me, you know. And then I started noticing, oh, the environment. I had noticed the environment changing, like the ground underneath my characters and stuff was changing, but I didn't realize like it was doing damage to me. It took me a while to realize. I was like, oh. And these dudes are actually casting spells on the ground. But yeah, I think it's the graphic style that originally made it hard for me to notice it right away. But once I spotted it, I could recognize it every time. It's not hard to see once you know what to look for, right? But I didn't realize what was happening, so I didn't know what to look for. But yeah, eventually I started noticing like like spells being cast on the ground, and it happens in all the genre. Like, it's, you got to move out of stuff, but most games make it really obvious. So I didn't mind. Well, like I said, once I knew what to look for, I was like, all right, that's cool. I dig that. But there are these traps that if you walk into them, there's like regular like poison clouds or whatever that you don't want to walk through. But then there's like these vines that will grab your feet, and you have to like quickly tap AD to wiggle out. That was fun. That was cool. I like that. Which reminds me, there was a recent trailer for a game I saw, and they were using WASD as keybinds for directional inputs, and I can't remember the first game I saw that in, but it made me so mad. And every single time I play any game that shows you on the screen like W for up, S for down, A for left, D for right, drives me in. I just want to punch these people. I want to punch them right in their stupid face. Who the hell thinks left, right, up, and down that way? Nope. Do you really think WSD as you're like moving in Call of Duty or whatever game you're playing? Is that how you think? You think up, left, down, right? You know what I mean? Like, you don't freak. I'm like, change that to arrow keys, you idiots. Anyways, it just reminded me of that. It's so funny. All right. Let's see. Enemy type changes the longer you survive. I forgot about that. That's actually my most favorite thing about this game that I noticed. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I noticed. 6 hours played quite a bit. And the longer the map went on, right, in the same map, enemy types changed. A lot of games don't do that. A lot of them do not do that. A lot of this genre, it's the same enemies, just more of them. Way more of them. They just more of the same enemy, which is fine. It's still fun. But this one, the enemy types kept changing. Like, and I was just like, how many enemies are in? This is freaking cool, man. So that was cool. I was really impressed by it. I was like, damn. And then the final note, this was a negative for me, is it's a bit slower paced. As far as like leveling, and I don't know if it's been patched since I last. I don't think so. I think I've missed probably a couple patch notes that I didn't really read, or there just haven't been any patches. I can't remember. I see a lot of stuff go by in my activity on Steam. I'll just give you a quick look, just like what I'm talking about is like when you go to activity. I follow a lot of games besides it seemed like my friend activities, but I follow a lot of games, and so I see a lot of updates. Like, this is spammed every day. Like, I had to actually unfollow a bunch of them that I used to follow, mostly because I didn't care anymore, but just because I had way too much stuff going on. Especially like when they're the same dev teams but with different games. It's like they post the same damn thing on multiple accounts. I'm like, okay, no. But I get that. Whatever. I understand. Not everybody's whatever. Not everybody's following every one of these games. That's funny. So what did I have a final note? Yeah, they were just slower paced. Yeah, it. But not a major complaint. It's just I do prefer faster pace. It reminds me of another game in this genre that I love, called Championship. I need to make a separate video for that. I actually was thinking about that too. You know what? I think I'll try to do one. It's not like super important, but I do want to talk about that game again. I really dig that game. If you haven't checked out Championship, also check that out. I'll link these games, both of them, in the description. But yeah, so yeah, this was a nice little bonus for me. And I looked in the store. I'm like, I could have bought this, but I'm really glad they hooked me up. That was cool. It made me play it quicker for sure. I don't know when I would have bought this game. Probably eventually. I don't know. Especially at the time that I was playing the genre, because I played a lot of these, man. I played a lot of like this auto attack survivor stuff for at least a month. It was especially like really easy to just jump in and mindlessly just derp, like Like, still fun though, still fun, man. Yeah, crap. I know I was gonna say something. Ah, damn it. Anyways, yeah. So this was cool. I liked the game. I thought it was cool. So if you like the genre, I would give it a look. I can't. Did they have a demo? I think they had it. Oh, maybe not anymore. I thought that they might have had a demo for like one of those festivals, which come up every time. Like there's an indie festival, there's usually more demos, and I find that interesting. Yeah, they do special event demos rather than like permanent demos, you know. It makes me curious why, but I do like it when because they do stuff like that. I'm like, all right, well, this festival thing's out. Let me go check out their demo. I would say like I've not seen a demo because I own the game, but I have seen demo available in games that I do own. So I think they might just not have a demo up right now. Anyways, okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I had to say. I think there was another thing I wanted to say quickly too, but I'm done. I rambled enough, and I'm sick and tired of hearing myself talk. So I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.